name is Kirsten Walters. I'm a student nurse. Here's my ID. Stay in the room. Knock, knock. Hey, Mr. Jones, I'm going to be your student nurse today. My name is Kirsten Walters, and I'm going to be doing your central line dressing change. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can ask me. So he doesn't have any questions or concerns. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to verify the order, and I'm verifying the hospital policy. I do want to make sure that this is my correct patient, so I'm going to use his name and his date of birth, which is August 25th, 1963. So this is Mr. Jack Wright Jones. His date of birth does match up. So I did use his hospital bracelet and hospital care order form. I also see that he has an allergy to penicillin. Are there any other allergies we need to be aware about? So he has no other allergies that we need to be aware about. I explained the procedure to him. So now I'm going to set the care order form right here. I'm going to perform hand hygiene, and I'm going to look at his catheter insertion site. I'm lightly palpating, so that does seem good. So now that I've done that, I'm going to gather my supplies. I do want to note that the bedside table is waist level. So this is my bedside table, and it should be waist level. I'm going to move my trash can. It's right here, and I'm going to perform hand hygiene. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm opening my central line dressing change and removing it. And I'll open that. So now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to apply my mask and gloves. Mask and goggles. So now that I have applied my goggles, I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to raise the bed to a comfortable working height. I'm going to lower the side rail. I'm going to make sure his head is elevated a little bit, make sure he's comfortable. So now I'm going to apply his mask. So now that his mask has been applied, I'm going to move mine lower. They told us we could do that so y'all could hear me when I do this. So being careful not to turn my back to my patient, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to apply my clean gloves. And since these are my clean gloves, I can fix it. So after my clean gloves, I'm going to come over here, and I'm stabilizing the catheter, and I'm also removing his old dressing. So you want to remove it towards the catheter insertion site. So I'm going towards the insertion site, so I did do that. So now I have his old dressing. I'm stabilizing the catheter. And I have his old bio patch. So now I'm looking for any signs and symptoms of complications, and I do want to note that I do not see any. So now I'm going to come over here, and I'm disposing the old stuff. So I did glove to glove, hand to hand. So now I'm going to perform hand hygiene, and I'm going to open this kit. So this off. And I opened it away from me. I'm being careful of my lunch order. So now I removed my sterile gloves, being careful again not to turn my back to my patient, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to apply my sterile gloves. So now my sterile gloves have been applied. I'm going to come over here, and I'm arranging my contents. I have my alcohol thing, I have my ChloraPrep, and my vitamin, and I'll put the tape in right there. So now that I have done that, the first thing that I want to do is central line with the alcohol first. So when you're cleaning with the alcohol, you start like this and you go outwards. You're supposed to be very careful with alcohol that you do not go back on what you have already cleaned. So, and now I'm going to clean with my Chlorapop. So with this, you want to make sure that you clean all around, horizontal, vertical. You even want to clean so you want to make sure to clean this for at least 30 seconds. You are getting the site super clean. So I'm going to dispose. So now that I've done that, I want to wait for this to dry. And I will put his body patch on. So now that his body patch has been applied, I will now apply the Tegaderm. That's how I'm going to apply the Tegaderm. So dispose of that. So making sure to get everything covered with his Tegaderm. And his Tegaderm has now been applied. So I'm going to remove the So now that has been removed, I have this sticker. I'm going to dispose. So this has my initials, the time, and the date. And I'm going to place this on the patch, but you don't want to place it on the insertion site. So now that that has been placed, I am going to remove my gloves and dispose of my supplies. Well, I'm removing my gloves. So I can remove the patient's mask now, dispose. I can remove my mask now and dispose. And now I can lower the bed, raise the side rail, and make sure that my patient is comfortable. And I do want to document, and the call light is within reach, and I do want to document the appearance, the drainage, the type of cleanser that was used, the type of dressing that was used, how my patient tolerated the procedure, and the time, the date, and my signature. That's it, thank you.